What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle. My name is Splattercat, and it's time for our episode. It's belated, trust me. There's a lot of stuff going on this week that I was trying to get recorded, but Sunless Skies is still moving. I would like you guys to kind of treat this like the Long Dark playthrough, where it's going to be updated sporadically, but it's not going to be like an every other day type of deal. When I can make it an every other day type of deal, I will. But, like, if something needs to move back in order for something new to come up to the front here on the channel, Sunless Skies is going to be that game that kind of gets shifted around a little bit, just because I'm kind of playing this for enjoyment. This is not a game with, like, a massive following or anything else like that. It's just a game that I like a lot. And so I'd like to make room for it at least, like, once or twice a week on the channel. So that's going to be kind of its place for right now. At the moment, things we have going on. We need to deliver some souls to the Circus, which is to the southeast of New Winchester. It shouldn't be far out. Normally the Circus is pretty close and easy to find. We also need to take the Bronzewood and the Chorister Nectar up to Port Prosper. So those are the big deliveries that need to happen, like, right this second. And honestly, I think that should actually probably not be that difficult. I'm going to go ahead and tack on some supplies real quick. And once we've got that settled, I think we're... Oh, I need 5 souls in order to complete that. Well, maybe I'll pick up another one on the way. Who knows? Like, a lot of places sell souls. I mean, they sell... I'm sorry, not souls, hours. We need to take souls to Port Prosper. We need hours that are going to the Circus. Oh, really? Okay, so that goes to the Circus. Sorry, my brain's all mixed up right now. The Chorister Nectar goes to Port Prosper, and then the unseasoned hours, apparently... I'm going to go down this way. This might be a very real risk that we're taking right now. But I'm willing to risk it for you, Nerd Castle. For you. I like this game a lot. I do not think this game is going to be for everybody because it is like a crawlingly slow game. Like, it's a very, very slow game. And I think a lot of people are going to pass on it because of that. It's not a game that kind of rewards you with instant gratification very often. It's a game where you got to put some serious hourage into it before anything good happens. But I do think that the game's a lot of fun. Like, I definitely think that it's pretty sweet. What do we have going on around here? Oh my goodness. Oh, we got a Tackety down here. I should probably kill him. I mean, we are at war with the Tacketies. There we go. Lit his ass up. Almost drifted right into that one. Yeah, I'm not gonna get shot by you out here. At least I'm trying not to. Oh, I missed my shot. Okay. Well, we are overheating now. Let's go ahead and stay moving for just a second. I didn't mean to be overheating. It just sort of happened. He managed to stay out of the way of that one. Damn. Apparently, this dude decided to get squirrely right at the end of his life. He's got like 1 HP left. A literal 1 HP left. And then he's deciding to turn on the jets and dodge me. Decided to put on them wheels, them Reeboks. That's going to be wide. And now he's running for it. That's not a normal behavior. Damn it. Hold still. And got him. There we go. I knew we could get him eventually. I just had to, like, make it happen. Okay. The scouts discovered something. We're going to seize the cargo over here because our armor is completely and totally full. Hey, there's the seasoned hours that we needed, so we can actually finish that off. That's probably the Circus right there. That would be my best guess, is that is more than likely the Circus. We should be able to get our quest done over there. We're about to make a grip of cash, which is great because we've been a little bit strapped for money. Not super strapped. It's just we haven't really had the time in this playthrough to really put in the hours we need to develop like a good solid financial base so that we can buy a new train that's a little bit stronger and a little bit tougher. Is this our guy right here? Is this the big top? Always wanted to go to the Circus, but Mom said no. Poor people and disease. The driver looks forlorn. Well, we're going to the Circus now, so hop on in line and get you a ticket, cuz. This is actually a completely different surface. Like, the last time I played the game, the Circus was like a floating island, and it didn't have all this around it. Like, this actually has extra accoutrement. Let's go to the... Ooh, 155 apiece? Good God. Well, there you go. We officially have, like, money for the first time. Wanted up to 5 barrels of unseasoned hours, delivered to the ringmaster of Polymere and Plenty's inconceivable circus. A gentleman needs to prepare for his retirement, the ringmaster says. I intend mine to be long and indolent. You join him at the fire to drink cups of chorister nectar and watch the stars wheel. So we've got 150 XP for that delivery and a vision of the heavens, which are kind of hard to come by, so that's good. We've got bronze wood over here and supplies. We have half-price stacks of penny dreadfuls, ministry-approved literature. These are actually worth a decent amount of money. We could probably flip those back up in New Winchester for like 40, 50 apiece. I think it's a good idea. Even if it forces us back to New Winchester like right now, against our will, I think it'll work out. But let's go ahead and check out Gervais's Rest. A traveling circus is settled here, too afraid to go further and too afraid to turn back. Its clanking, gaudy locomotive scavenges such audience as it can from nearby homesteads and delivers them for an evening of shabby, desperate, big-top magic. The greatest show. That's what the adverts promise. The reality is not that impressive. Aside from the big top that dominates the circus, the place is shabby, poorly maintained, and even more poorly attended. Bored-looking circus folk, man-rotting booths, and clowns painted on smiles are no match for the deep-set misery behind the grease paint. Even the I know what that is because people on Twitch told me. I don't know if it's like Calliope. I forget how they said to pronounce it. But either way, it's like a cart that's pulled by a horse with like an organ on it. Playing on a rundown piano is more grimly resolute than cheery. All right, well, let's get our port report done real fast because obviously that's of value. I don't want to sneak behind the tents right now. Let's go ahead and purchase some tickets to the circus. Why not? So it costs us 10 sovereigns to get in. We've got 5 tickets. Let's go to the amusements. Most of the stalls here are empty. Their owners either sleep or asleep or long since gone. You gamely make the most of them. From the Hall of Mirrors, there's only one, to the Whack-A-Rat game, currently closed due to the rats having unionized. At least the day proves quiet, nothing actively trying to kill you. In the high wilderness, that alone can count as a vacation. All right. What's this going to cost me right here? 3 tickets? All right, we'll go to the big top. No one in the meager audience displays any enthusiasm, not even when the ringmaster thunders in on a horse-drawn Calliope. Then come the acts themselves. Oof. The humiliated magician's trapdoor fails to open, leaving his glamorous assistant noticeably unvanished. The bereaved acrobat swings from a single trapeze. The other hangs lonely and unused. The pensive clown's fire-juggling act ends in disaster and not the humorous kind. The less said about the lion tamer, probably the better. He should recover. We've gained a sky story, we've lost some tickets, and now the staff recognize us. Now, you got to come back a couple of times before the quest for the circus becomes a real thing. And so we'll come back a little bit later. For right now, though, we've done everything that we can here. We've gone to a boo-boo-ass circus that just did not get the job done. I'm going to take all this ministry-stamped literature back up to New Winchester because we're going to be going up to Port Prosper anyways. So I really see no reason why I shouldn't stop off over here and kind of get some stuff done. Another tackety bites the dust. Killed him off. Y'all didn't really need to see that, but we're on our way back in. We've got a faintly luminescent cage. A silver idol rests inside the cage. 4 wings extend from its hunched shoulders. Made from moonstone, the navigator says in a hushed voice. It amplifies the light of the stars. Oh, cool, we got another vision of heaven. Nice. Those tackety nameplates, they're worth like 25 bucks a piece. Don't like turn them in like every opportunity you get a chance. But, you know, grab one whenever you can, because I've gone over to Port Prosper with like 25 of them in my inventory and gotten just like an insane payout for it. And it does affect the storyline of the map. This first map right here, depending on who you support in the war and who you give your port reports to and stuff like that, the map itself will actually not change physically, but like different areas will be controlled by different factions that are basically at war with each other. You ever played like Stalker Clear Sky? It's kind of like that. Your intervention dictates what settlements are going to be owned by who, what services and what quests are going to be available at that location. And so you might have like a completely different gameplay experience depending on whether you side with the queen or whether you side with the tacketies. Let's see. So we've got 5 barrels of hours to leadbeater and stain rod. You'll probably take that. I think we only have the 1 commission right now, so Easy peasy. In the Victoria market, yeah, we got 30 for each one of those. It's not bad. I mean, quick little payday of like 150 sovereigns right there. Not a fantastic haul, but a good enough haul. People that are smarter than me would have taken those and put them inside their storage until they got one of the delivery quests. But like, I'm okay making 150 right now just on my way by instead of like scrimping and saving and, you know, hoping that someday. I've held on to things before and just like never gotten another commission for those things. I began to wonder if maybe the game looks at that and tries to figure out if you're doing it. Let's go hit, we got to turn in a port report up here anyway, so we might as well check the bazaar on both of these little side areas for the Tackities and for the Wayward Company or whatever they're called. I'm going to stop off in Victory Hall and see if I can pick up some cheap goods over here. Make a little bit of money. Alright, so in Victory Hall, I actually don't care about that. You've got sacks of verdant seeds. I'll take them. And then we'll go see what they have over here at the Wayward Company station, too. If they've got something, like, way better than the seeds, although those seeds were pretty cheap. I think they'll sell for, like, 40 or 50, maybe. They were reasonably cheap. How many favors do I have with the Wayward Company? Or the Windward Company, sorry. The Windward Company. I've got a port report, so there we go. And so we have 6 gratitude from them. That's another $100. Hell yeah. Their bazaar has no bargains available, eh? Well, never mind then. I didn't want to bargain with you anyhow. What can I trade my favor for? So we can get ministry stamped permits. Those allow you, those are basically like travel visas, and like those are like bills of lading, stuff like that. It basically allows you the legal transport of yourself and your person. It's like a passport mixed with like a bill of lading. I only know what a bill of lading is because my wife is a logistical coordinator. Like, she works with shipping companies and stuff like that, making sure that all the paperwork's in order. And then we can trade favor to affect the balance of power. This is irrevocable. If you do this right here, if you trade that information, like, so right here it takes 5 with the Windward Company. If you do this, it will actually change who controls different areas of the map, and the Windward Company will start to win the war. So only do this once you're ready to, like, either move on to the next map, or once you feel like you've hit all of the stories that include the Queen and the Tackities and all that kind of stuff, and you're looking to unlock more angles. Trade favor for an invitation to Pedurance. Okay. So they'll allow us to get into, like, a grand ball, but that's not even on this map. That's on Albion. And then we can chat with the prudent secretary. Okay. I'm gonna hold on to my goodies for right now. Let's see if... Yeah, let's make the run out to Port Prosper. I think we'll be good if we take the run out there. I just want to drop off the Chorister Nectar and the other stuff because we've got a potential payday sitting in front of us right now. So far, a shockingly uneventful trip up to Port Prosper. Normally, I've been attacked, chewed on, blown up. At least someone has tried to assail me. This time around, it appears as though everybody took their lunch break at the same time. We're just all by our lonesome out here. Reminds me like when I worked at Best Buy. Like, there would be these times where just randomly everybody's lunches would like line up and there'd only be like 2 people on the floor. And the store would just feel so empty because it'd be like no customers and there'd only be like 1 or 2 of us walking around the floor. And it wasn't until this situation that I kind of remember. It's weird how you forget memories until like some stimuli shocks it back into place, huh? Isn't that odd with the human mind, how you forget things, but then you'll like smell a smell, or like you'll see a particular situation or metaphor, and it'll bring back just like this flood of memories and sensations from the past. It's weird, right? You'd think we just remember it all, but that is not the case. I don't remember hardly anything. I've got a terrible memory. Regardless of the way that we decided to go with that conversation, we made it to Port Prosper, and that's a good thing because we're about to turn in this quest and get it finished off. So let's pull on into port. We'll resupply where we need to, and life will be good. Crammed at the foot of a hulking crag, Port Prosper is Little London. We've got the Incognito Princess over here. We can offer transport to settlers. We'll talk to this guy first because he's the one that I think we had nameplates for. Yeah, we did. I wanted to turn in, like, all of my Tackety nameplates. I don't know how many I have. 4. Well, there you go. We've turned in our permits. Or, I'm sorry, we turned that in. We got a stamped permit. And then I didn't know that we had any permits. So I'll probably turn in the rest for sovereigns. But as you can see now, the Windward Company is curious about our progress, and our reputation with the Tackities has gone down. This is also important, though, because we're getting the Windward Company's gratitude in much, much greater amounts than we would get just by turning in port reports. And so that's good stuff right there. I need to get a port report while I'm out here. We've got the Lammas Fair. Okay. A celebration of the bounty and fortune of Port Prosper. There is... An elderly lady whispers surreptitiously, likely to be a tombola. I don't know what a tombola is, but you know what? Let's go see the tombola. All the sights and sounds of a day at the fair in London. Genuine rubbery lumps sold by the cartful. Icons of mayors pass from Dick Whittington to Sinning Jenny line the streets. A Ferris wheel offers paying customers the chance to survey the heights of Port Prosper. Side stalls speckle the side streets manned by gamblers and mountebanks. The main streets offer popular games and diversions, watched over by a number of burly guards from the factories. So we can stick to the main stalls. We can beware the inadvisably big dog. Look at his little portrait. Something large and immodestly fluffy this way comes. People hasten to get out of the way. Maybe you should stop it. Do it! A dog of colossal proportions, golden as a lick of pale nectar, comes stampeding through the stalls, crashing into displays, tripping bystanders, and menacing in the body of a long-tailed, velvet-nosed stuffed toy. You attempt to corral him into an unoccupied side street, but the canine takes it as an invitation to play. He barks excitedly at you, tail slapping into a stack of ceramics, then bounds away, clearly expecting you to follow his trail of bruised fruits and broken pottery. Needless to say, the locals are not impressed. I actually think that this event is locked. The reason why is that I sat here for about 5 minutes clicking it over and over and over again, and even though it says that you've got a 35% chance, I don't think you actually do. I did this probably 50 times and failed every single time. I think that there's like a bare minimum either amount of reputation you have to have with the townsfolk, or if it's below a certain threshold, you just cannot succeed at it. That's my guess. Is because I sat here just clicking this over and over and over again for a while because I wanted the dog to join my party. And as of yet, I've still not figured out how to get the dog into my party. But I will someday. I will someday. Let's go into the side stalls. Why not? Oh, we failed. Wow. Delicious rubbery lumps. A feast for most of the senses at once. Carnival barkers invite you into this new excitement or another. A fun house built like the HML Parzival. A haunted house built from a frontier homesteading. A game of knife and candle with real knives. Unfortunately, one of the other competitors is a prominent society lady incognito. You both avert your eyes and do your level best to avoid mentioning your mutual acquaintance, but the damage is done. Okay. So I guess that's what we accomplished here today. We can take the incognito princess. I don't know how we're looking with officers, but having a few more would probably not be the worst idea. Perched atop a mountain of luggage is a radiant young woman. She's an officer dressed in what an actor would wear in a fantastical romance. A tiara rests on her brow. A steady stream of commoners comes to pay homage, bowing and curtsying enthusiastically. Starlings circle in dense swarms above her, refugees from old London, and a common sight, although not in such numbers. She ignores everything and hands you papers so pristine they can only be forged. So we can offer her berth on our locomotive. It's 100 sovereigns. But she'll be another officer. We've got a first officer now. I'm a humble first officer looking for, what's the word? What is that thing that commoners do for coins, she asks? Work, 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 work. That's it. She beams at you delighted, as innocent as a Gatling gun. As she steps aboard, a commoner calmly takes a spoon from his pocket and scoops out his eyes. After such radiance, all else is tawdry, he says in between screams. It seems she's already forgotten about the signing on money. All right. Well, we got a new officer, so that's good. She gives us +2 to hearts and +6 to mirrors. We can ask about the Albion relay, but I don't think that matters. Let's go over to the clock tower and we'll deliver the materials. A cheer from the scaffolding. You're paid extremely well. Oh, never mind. An angel bringing gifts. Actually, you point out you'll be needing that payment. You are paid extremely well for the delivery. And the foreman shakes you warmly by the hand. Won't take us no time now, he says with a grin. Maybe we should name the damn clock after you, huh? Oh, cool. So apparently the stovepipes liked it when we did that, and that kind of bought us a little bit of time before we got to pick what faction we're going to be a part of, even though I've already pretty much made up my mind. What's at the bazaar right now? Oh, yeah, they wanted souls, and I don't have those. No, I don't. Not a single soul. We have unseasoned hours right here. We could take those to Leadbeater and Stainrod. Little bit of an investment. I would prefer to get them for much cheaper, like 40 apiece. but we'll still make like 60 or 70 off of each one. The profits will be thinner, but they will still be profits. Leadbeater and Stainrod is off to the right, so we'll head over there. We haven't really done any of the Leadbeater and Stainrod quests yet. We still have them in our inventory, but I haven't really chased down any of the objects that they need. If you're wondering where you get these items, spoiler alert, the wings of a chorister bee, obviously from a chorister bee. Ants for the phlegmatic researcher, you get those from the random little homesteader places that are just floating around randomly spawned. And then the phlegmatic researcher Hybris pus comes from Hybris, which is a city that's on this map. You just got to find Hybris. Usually it's on the left side around the edge over here somewhere. That's where Hybris has always been for me. And so it's in that area somewhere. Around there. We haven't found it yet. I honestly should spend a glorious dreadnought. What does a glorious dreadnought do? Oh, they changed the colors on them. Those were blue before. Now they're like gold and shiny. Interesting. Very interesting. Did they patch the game? Those used to be a different color. That's why when I saw it, I was like, what the hell is that? Either that or it's like a rare spawn version of the normal Queen's Dreadnought, but I don't know. I've never seen one of those before. He probably dropped something good, but I'm not trying to kill his ass right now because those things are dangerous. Those things will chew you up and spit you out if you're not careful. And given the fact that we only have 30 HP right now, I would prefer to avoid picking fights with heavily armed military vessels until I've got a little bit more HP. It's not that I don't think I can take him. It's just that they have machine guns and they fire so many bullets that you take like a damage here, a damage there, and it tends to build up a little bit. I think this will probably connect to the nature reserve right here. Go ahead and send out the bat, I guess. I mean, we've got plenty of supplies, so I don't see why I shouldn't. Let's see if there's anything else around here that's useful. Your scout relays findings. That might be a port, but it also might be a location of dread. I don't know. Along the edge of the map, things get weird. Like, I would stay the hell away from the edge of the map if you fancy being alive in the starter vessel. The edge of the map has, like, a lot of environmental hazards and a lot of things that really stack on terror and a lot of things that are just kind of, like, super deadly to you and the homies. And so I would just sort of, like, avoid going near them if you can. Can I scavenge this over here? Sometimes you can scavenge these. Like these weird little loading docks or whatever they are. Every now and again you can scavenge them. Ah, missed with the second shot. Oh, they're fighting with him right there. Okay. Oh, that was an accident. I hit the wrong guy. Couple more hits off on him. I'm going to kind of side with Marauders for a second, even though the moral part of me knows that that's wrong. Like, kicking it with pirates is not something that I normally do, but this is an alliance of pragmatism for right now so that I can pick off these Tacketies and steal their stuff. Oh, he moved. How dare you not sit still when I'm trying to shoot you. There we go. All better. One down. We'll grab his goodies. An intriguingly bulging sack. So we got some sovereigns over here. 27 sovereigns. I'll take that. 27 sovereigns, basically double the amount that we were going to get for the nameplate, so that's good. The difference, I talked about this last episode, but if you're hunting dreadnoughts for the Tacketies instead of killing Tacketies for the queen, dreadnoughts do drop way better loot than Tacketies. Like, dreadnoughts drop, like, super, like, good stuff that you actually have to trade for a lot of the time. Kind of stay away from you for... Oh, he killed him. Okay. Well, here's how this is going to work, chummer. Here's how this is going to work. I'm going to take your stuff, and I'm going to loot both of you. I'm going to rifle through your corpses. Hey, we got a barrel of unseasoned hours. Little late for that one, but, like, you know, at least we'll make a little bit of money. What have you got going on? We will search the captain's cabin. The cabin door did not survive the onset of the guns, nor did the captain. You will have to tread carefully. The carpet will not be saved. A few scorched documents sit on the bronzewood desk. They will make for interesting reading. Apparently, London had need of a few brave captains willing to bring fire to the Tacketies. You would not have expected the signatories of the orders. So we got some gossip right there. Salon Stewed Gossip is actually more useful than it sounds. It's not like a crazy useful item, but it is an item that will get you like small bonuses every now. Oh, never mind. We went the wrong. Maybe I can loop up and around to the right, possibly. God, I hope so. God, I hope so. Let's go look. Luckily enough, it does look like looping around that way did work. This game can be troublesome when it comes to finding the path that you need to get to the place where you want. It can definitely lead you a little bit astray. There's a lot of dead ends. There's a lot of little just like valleys and things that you can get stuck in and have to turn around and go back around the long way. And so I'm glad that we found our way back over. We're out of time for the day. My name is Splattercat. Thank you for hanging out for an episode of Sunless Skies. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I will see you all next time. Don't forget to leave a like on the video along with your thoughts in the comments. I appreciate you deciding to hang out with me here today. Hi-do and goodbye, everybody.